Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're talking about React 19 and its laser focus on one single goal, making websites feel truly effortless. We're going to look at how its new features are designed to create these incredibly fluid, animated apps that just feel, well, kind of magical to use.
You know that feeling, right? That seamless flow where things just happen instantly. Interfaces respond before you even finish clicking, and the whole experience feels like this perfectly choreographed dance. It's that kind of flawless animation that doesn't feel like code, it feels like magic.
And you know, this whole idea of effortless progress, it isn't just for users. It's really baked into the core philosophy of React itself. As the developer educator Kent C. Dodds puts it, React just keeps getting better without breaking things. But behind that smooth-looking curtain, there's a really complex technical problem.
Yeah, creating that seamless experience is actually incredibly difficult. See, developers are constantly playing this balancing act between what's happening on the server, way off in a data center, and what you, the user, are seeing in your browser. Okay, so this process is called hydration. Here's how it works. First, the server sends over a static, kind of lifeless version of the page, just to get something on your screen fast. Then, React in the browser comes along and hydrates it. It attaches all the interactive bits and brings it to life. But here's the catch. For it to work, the server's version and the browser's version have to be a perfect one-to-one match.
And making the match, well, it's way harder than it sounds. I mean, the server and the client are basically living in different worlds. The server might be in a fixed time zone, but your browser is in your local time. The server has no idea what a browser window is, but the client completely depends on it. These little differences cause all sorts of mismatches. And when that mismatch happens, React basically has to throw up its hands, discard all that fast pre-rendered work from the server, and just rebuild the entire page from scratch on your device. This is a huge source of what we call jank, that stuttering, unresponsive feeling that just absolutely kills any chance of a smooth animation.
So how does React 19 fix this mess? Well, it introduces a really powerful new concept called actions. These are designed to manage all the data changes and UI updates seamlessly.
Let's look at the old way. Before this, even something as simple as submitting a form meant the developer had to manually juggle a bunch of different states. He'd have one piece of state for the loading status, another for errors, a third for the actual data. It was a tangled mess of code that was super complex and just begging for bugs.
But now, with React 19, this whole thing gets so much simpler. Developers can use just one single hook, use action state, and it automatically handles the pending state, the errors, even resetting the form. All of that complex manual wiring, it just vanishes.
Okay, so this new system is great for managing the work in the background. But what about making things feel fast? Real fluid animation means the UI has to respond instantly, even before the server gets back to us. We really don't want the user just staring at a loading spinner if we can help it.
And for that, React 19 gives us something called Use Optimistic. This is so cool. It's a way to show the user the successful outcome of their action immediately, creating this feeling of pure speed. And if it turns out the background process fails for some reason, no problem. React just automatically rolls the UI right back to how it was.
And this right here is the crucial point. When you put actions and optimistic updates together, you get an interface that feels alive. The UI isn't stuck waiting for the network anymore, it's animating ahead of the data. And that is a core principle for creating a fantastic animated user experience.
So actions handle the interactions, but a truly fluid experience has to start with a fast foundation, right from that very first page load. I mean, the best animation in the world can't save a page that takes forever to appear. React 19 brings some major improvements here too.
React is now way more intelligent about managing resources like style sheets and scripts. Imagine this, you can just put a style tag right inside the component that actually needs it. React 19 will automatically figure out the best way to load everything, it'll prevent duplicates, and just make sure it all loads as efficiently as possible.
Now, this is a total game changer for animation. What it means is the browser will actually wait for the styles to load before it shows you any new content. This completely gets rid of that ugly, jarring flash of unstyled content, which is absolutely essential if you want to create smooth, choreographed page transitions. And finally, React 19 really solidifies its support for something called server components. The simple idea is this: by doing more of the heavy lifting on the server, the app sends way less code to the user's device. This gives you that super fast initial load you need to make every interaction and animation that follows feel instantaneous.
Okay, so let's zoom out. What's the big picture here? How do all these technical updates actually come together to change the web for all of us?
Well, what this all really represents is a fundamental shift. By automating all the complex, tedious parts of web development, React is freeing up developers to spend less time fighting bugs and managing state, and a lot more time actually designing and building the fluid, delightful, and beautifully animated experiences that we all love to use.
So the key takeaway is this. By baking solutions for data handling, optimistic updates, and resource loading right into the framework, React 19 is making these high-quality animated user experiences the default, not the rare exception. It's about engineering that feeling of effortlessness from the ground up.
This whole evolution really pushes us to think beyond just static pages. It challenges us to ask a bigger question. What new kinds of experiences become possible when our digital interfaces are no longer stuck waiting for data, but are finally free to be as seamless, as responsive, and as beautifully animated as we can possibly imagine?